Hey everybody, it's JB from Live Exceptional and welcome to another fantastic edition of our show. We're traveling all the way to Europe. We are seeing my very, very good friend Charlie Ropsy. She is in Berlin and she is doing some pretty exceptional stuff. She's living exceptional and she's going to tell us all about it. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, JB. I'm very excited to be here, and hello, everyone.
Yay, we're excited to have you. So first of all, tell us your age. I never really asked my guests, but your age is pretty exceptional.
I'm 26. Well,
26 young this girl is, and she's done some pretty exceptional things already. She's the inspiration to our millennials, to those of you out there who are in the younger generation. She's your girl, and for those of you who may have even daughters her age, this is pretty amazing. Share with them this podcast and Empowercast so that they can see what amazing things you can do at 26. So as I always say, Live Exceptional is defined by you. What have you been up to these days that's kind of exceptional?
I like these days. My work itself was inspiration, but we'll talk about that later on. It's about all connecting people, and I think that every day this is about something exceptional. When you say living exceptional, right? First is living, and I think this is where it's important to think about what that word really means. Like really. Not just life or living, but what does it mean for you? What is it to live? And you were talking about my age. I don't think like you can be any age and live exceptional. It's not about because I'm young or maybe I'm old compared to some people, right? But it's about what you do first for yourself and then the impact it has on your life and on other people's lives. And coming back to that word, living, I think and I feel, and with my own experience, most people don't really live for themselves with the definition I just talked about, right? They just go through life. They walk through life, but they don't live. And they get to the end and they're like, wow. And then they look back because, they have their daughters, sons, granddaughters, grandsons to remind them that they had that life, right? There are people behind now and there are people growing up and, and they look behind and they're like, can I really say that I live an exceptional life? Some people really regret that they didn't actually do the things they wanted to do. They had so many dreams and they were always like thinking, oh, later on I'll do this, or later on I'll think about it. Or there are always excuses like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. It's always the same things, right? We all know that, but we keep saying it and we keep finding the same excuses. And I myself went through that time in my life where I was just walking through it, following whatever other people wanted me to do and trying to become whatever other people wanted me to become. And I was studying in Belgium, just to give a little bit of background, and as a textile designer, and I was so depressed in my life. And I was like a zombie, really like just walking through life. I went to a point where I was numb, like I couldn't feel anything. I had no emotions, nothing could excite me, nothing could motivate me, passion me. There was nothing, no light, nothing. And at that time, most of the people that were around me, that's how they were living too. And I got to the point that I was like, okay, stop, right? I can't keep on living this way. And if I can't live, then, well, I guess the only other solution is that I have to die. And, I'm telling you this because I think it's really important to speak up now. Is that, I ended up at the hospital And I went through a really, really hard time with my depression. And so many people do that and go through that kind of time, right? Because they don't live, because nothing lights them up. And then I realized that, okay, I can't live this way, I can't die, what do I do? Like, okay, thanks, do I keep on being that zombie? I don't want that. I felt like a prisoner of my own life. Life equals prison to me at the time. And then I thought about it, and I was like, no, I can't keep on living this way. So if there is a this way, there must be another way. And so I had to find another way to live. And I completely shifted everything in my life. I met someone whose dream was to go to Australia. And so I was like, Australia, like what's there but red dirt and kangaroos? For me, it was the opposite, like the other side of the world. And so I started researching about Australia. And I kind of, I don't know, it just happened, right? It's kind of the law of attraction. Now I can put a word on it if I can say, but at the time I had no idea what I was doing. And I had to find a way to live another way. So I was like, well, I found out that there was a working holiday visa there. I can't keep on living this way here. My everyday routine, the people I have around me, the weather is always gray. I can't keep on going this way. And so I have to change that. And so I decided to go for it. And I sold everything I had to buy a one-way ticket to Australia. And I had no plans, I had no support. English is not my native language. And I got there, I was like completely lost. But if I'm telling you this, it's because now, 4 years later, when I look back and I see all the things that I went through, but actually that I came from, how it helped me grow, how I became someone else thanks to that, how I really found another way to live. And so maybe it's a long story just for this, but I think it's important to really think about what life is for you. What is living first, right? And really living for yourself. And then it becomes exceptional because you are unique anyway. So you are exceptional. Like, how else can you be exceptional by just being you? This is what it's all about. It's about reconnecting to yourself and follow your heart and follow your intuition and follow and believe in yourself, because nobody else is out there to do that for you.
It's so beautiful what you say, because, a lot of people talk on Live Exceptional and they focus their energy on the word exceptional, and they talk about the striving and the working towards and the peace and the harmony of, the second part of it. And what I love so much about what you have shared is the first part, the living part. What does it mean to live, to really, really live? And I love that you shared your story. It's so beautiful and captivating, because at your age and in your life, you have experienced many of the things that many of us have: depression and being in a robot life or being like a zombie, and we're not happy, and yet we don't know how to get ourselves out of it. Was there something did you feel a moment or some calling that shifted you from that place, to making that step to get on that plane?
So it's really about when I met that person in Belgium, and he told me that his dream was to go to Australia, and that was just to, I guess, listen first to, I have a dream, right? There is something I'm thinking of. There is my imagination, that is my intuition calling me to do something. And then I did all those researches. Like, I searched everything I could find about Australia. And whether on so blog posts, I was following French speaker or French bloggers, watching their videos. I watched every video I could find on like about Australia or about Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, all those big cities. And what is Australia about? On YouTube, like everything I could find, I was just watching. So I was very visual, but that's why I say I think it's about the law of attraction, right? I was really, it's like my vision board was my computer, and all those YouTube videos were just flashing. And then I was started to really thinking about it, and really, yes, going towards that and making the decision. I really believe that in life, first you have to commit, but first you have to find that power inside of you. We all have it, and I think it's because I was so down that I had to reconnect to it, because finally it was vital for me, and really make the decision to change something, whatever it is. Maybe this is like a big thing. It was a big step in my life. But if you want to just, change your weight or start doing some sports or all those things, you have to first commit.
I totally agree with you. I have one question. Did you ever go to Australia with the person that suggested it to you?
No, so that's where actually it's quite interesting, is that I told him, well, I'm going. Like I booked my working holiday visa, booked my tickets, and I told him, I'm going. Do you want to come with me? Let's go. Let's do it. I don't have time now. I'm still working. I want to make some money, a bit more money, because then I will feel more at ease when I will be there, and this and that. That's why, it's always the same excuses.
Right. And did he go? In 4 years now, has he gone?
No, so a couple of years later, I kind of forgot about him, and suddenly I saw him on my Facebook friends list, and I contacted him. I was like, hey, how are you? Like, I was in New Zealand, and I had spent already 2 years in Australia. Where are you? And what are you doing? I'm still working, but what about your dream of going to Australia? Well, I have a girlfriend now, and I am in debt because I had to buy a car and this and that. He never went, and I went to live his dream.
And do you feel like he was like a guardian angel or like a messenger, or do you feel like that he came into your life at that exact moment and he was just like just a spirit, like a sign? Like, I just think that's so amazing, because there was, I think so many times we want something, we're asking the universe to give us something, give us an idea, give us a sign, help us out, and they come and we're like, we didn't notice them, or we weren't listening. And the fact that you were listening and you were aware and you heard and you knew you wanted it and you went for it, it was like he was a messenger for you.
I think so, yes. I didn't see it this way, and the idea that I think, like you say, when you ask for something, life will give you signs. But you can decide to be blind and keep on going your way, right? Or you can decide to open up a little bit and say, oh, there is this and there is that. And oh, what about I try this? So I try a little bit of this. And that's where you get on different path in your life, and that you can, experience different things, and things change. But you have to first be able to listen to that, be aware. And at the very beginning, I guess, actually for years, with my depression, I was just so closed to everything. And then I really had to go to that point to then say, there's no other way. I have to, then opening, right? I have to open. And so I found that as a message.
I really agree with you. And as you know, and traveling will do that to you. I was traveling with the kids for a year, and we had the same thing. I mean, we had an idea of a plan, and something would totally, interrupt, change. We'd get on the wrong bus, we'd get on the wrong plane, we'd go to the wrong place, but it always ended up being better or more than we expected, because we got to the place where we surrendered and believe that what was happening for the best and highest good of us.
Yes, I think so too. Like once you open up, like everything just starts flowing. It's amazing. And you have the signs, you've learned how to see them. And then you can just listen and follow them. And it's just amazing how things flow. You just meet the right people at the right time. Everything just comes together. It's
Now, you know, I love what you're saying, and I know depression is a big piece for a lot of people, and you know, sometimes people are insensitive and they'll be like, oh, just, you know, get over it, or just think positive, or just, you know, change the way you're thinking. Can you share a little bit about that? Because I'm sure there are people listening who have felt depression and they're mad at themselves because they just can't get out of it, or they can't just get over it like people are telling them.
Yes, this is why I think now it's time to speak up and to tell that story. It's because we can all relate to each other if we speak up and if we express those feelings. And it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to go through hard times in your life. It's okay to really struggle, right? But you know, 1 year ago, another story, but I was trekking the Annapurnas in Nepal, and every time I would go up and up and up. So the idea is to get to the top of the mountain, right? And you go up and you go up, and then you see all those stairs that are going down, and you're like, oh, because you know that all those stairs that you're taking down, there are stairs that you will have to take up again because you're going up, right? But those stairs are going down first. And I believe this is the same thing, right? There are times in life where going forward means going down, and it's okay. But then you have to just be aware. And as long as you're connected with yourself and you know who you are and you know what living means for you and that you know what you want, and if you don't, it's okay too, because then you can work on that because you're aware. As long as you're open-hearted, right, for yourself first, and then for others too, because you need to first think of you, and look after yourself. We all have that power inside of us, and it's sometimes okay to feel down, but we can reconnect to it. And we know that things start to flow once we are open, right? So then we can go forward because it's gonna flow, because I know, I trust, because I believe in myself. And so, yes, some people are going through the deep depression, and so many of them in the world. This is all the people that were around me in Belgium, they were going through that. I left, but they stayed there. That guy whose dream was to go to Australia, I left, but he stayed there. Mm-hmm. And he didn't change anything. And
I completely agree with you. And I think what is really profound about your story is that when you feel so not okay is when you get the fuel and the passion and the desire to say, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to do whatever it takes to move out of this place that is not my life, is not my existence. And people think it's so embarrassing or shameful to get down, but getting down is where you decide to get up and get strong. Yes. You've done that, so congratulations. You're an inspiration to us.
Thank you. I believe as long as you feel complete, and you have to know, like it's not just first feel it, it's first know it. It's all about awareness, but know that you are complete. You are never alone, because depression, the first thing is that we feel alone because we don't express our feelings, because nobody does. And there are so many people who are going through hard times in their lives. So you're not alone, and it's okay.
It's wonderful.
You have to feel complete first inside, because then you feel that you find that power to go forward.
Yeah, and it's contagious. You feel the power comes to you, you share the power, other people get the power, and it's just like a giant magnet, and it grows and it grows.
Well, it's all energy, right? Like all of life. Life is energy. and it's energy within you, and the energy you share with the people around you, but also with the earth, the ecosystem, the animals. We all one. We all part of this ecosystem, even if we kind of separated ourselves from it. But everything is one. Everything is complete. Everything. Once you're full of trust and you're aware of all those things, like everything goes well.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And that brings me, that's a great connection into what you're doing next, because what's happening with you now is you're a part of something really global and magical. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, for sure. Thank you. So I'm working on the Winspiration vision. So to give an idea of what Winspiration is, we have an Winspiration Day to start with. We have all those international days like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all those days, and they're really great. And we all connect all over the world and celebrate this, right? In our own family, community, and all of this. But the only thing is that all those days, it's always about someone else. So again, when is the day where you think about you? When is me day? But not me day, the ego, but me day, I deserve attention with myself, right? And to think about what I really want in life, and first who I really am, who am I really, and what do I want to achieve in life. And that's the idea again, that in 20, 30, 40 or 50 years from now, when you look back, that you don't have all those regrets, that you didn't live a full life, you didn't live exceptional, right? So it's about coming in together on one day, on May 7th, each year, all over the globe. So we have live events. People like you and a host in Toronto. We have hosts all around the globe and ambassadors all around the globe who are sharing that vision of taking the time for yourself, for your self-care, for reconnecting with yourself, to feel really complete so you can shine your light on others. And we really believe that so many people are doing good things in the world. Individuals, entrepreneurs, associations, all those people. But they're not really part of our daily life. Like that information is not part of it. We hear a lot of negative things going on in the world. But we really believe that there's lots of good stuff too. And we want to really connect all those people, associations, organizations together. And so we can, in one day, create really a synergy where everyone comes together to think about who they truly are, what they truly want, and how together we work towards a better future. Because we believe that the best is yet to come, right? We have the education today, like we have technology, we have all the scientists of all of history. Today, those people, they exist because they get we have the brains today, we have the education and all that, and we have the ways of connecting all those people. So if we really connect and work towards shifting the energies in a positive way and building something together, being one, then it would just, all together, imagine if we come to that. And this is what we do every year on May 7th. This is what we really want to bring to the world. It's about shifting human consciousness.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so if my viewers are not in some of the major cities, or how can they find out if something to do with Winspiration is happening around them?
So this is what is amazing this year is that on top of the live events, if you can't go to those events, right? We believe that education should be free and accessible by all. And so we thought, how can we do that? And so we put together 36 hours. So 36 hours, it's a full day wherever you are in the world on May 7th with a broadcast of people like coaches, speakers from all over the world to come together and give you their best message, ideas, teachings, and share that with you. And so we have a broadcast online where you can connect from your home and you can watch. You can go through the program, decide whatever your intuition guides you towards, and choose what it is you want to watch. What is it you need to listen to today? And so you can really take that time for yourself.
And how do they find you? Tell us the website.
So on winspirationday.org, this is our website, and then there's the live stream tab, and you can click on it and you can register for the event for the 36 hours. This is all free. This is accessible. There's so much on there. There's more than 90 coaches from all over the world who are coming to speak to you in 6 different languages now. And it's just amazing. It's really connecting the whole world together. It's really about bringing that to the whole world, so we can then think, like, just really, take notes, meditate on what you're listening to, and think how you can bring that to the world and how you can shine that back.
I'm honored to be a part of Winspiration. I will be leaving on a plane in a few days to fly to Toronto to be a guest speaker at the event happening in Toronto to celebrate what's happening here in Canada. And the whole idea that really connected with me was the win-win idea, that we all get to win in life. It's not a competition that you have to lose for me to win. It's that we get to win together. We get to rise up together. What I need and what you need and what the universe needs is all the same. It's a collective, joint, beautiful conglomeration of all of us being at our very best, our peak, our exceptional. And I'm so blessed to be a part of this project. I'm deeply moved by it, because what I do know is that, I have 2 little kids, and I want them to grow up in a world that is beautiful and kind and loving and supportive of them. I want them to be adults and be able to function in an environment where everyone is truly supporting each other. And it may be a dream, but if enough of us dream it, it can be possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll send some more information about what's happening at Winspiration. Charlie, you are a true inspiration to all of us. I love so much what you are doing. I'll give our viewers a connection to your link, and I look forward to seeing you in June or in Sardinia. Charlie and I like to meet up in the world. We last were in Barcelona together, and she is a beautiful spirit. I love you, my angel, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you for what you're doing too. Living exceptional is a very beautiful message, and people need to hear it.
Thank you. All right. Have a beautiful day. It's almost bedtime for you. All right. Take care. All right. Love you.